So, it looks like Halle Berry is 100% Team Kendrick. And I guess this shouldn't be so surprising given the strained nature of her relationship with Drake. She is one of the few celebrities to have boldly called out Drake for being a weirdo, and it looks like her stance hasn't changed. Drake has been catching a lot of heat in the past couple of months, especially with allegations of him being creepy, and it's all thanks to Kendrick Lamar. Fans have now dug out some insane details about Drake's situation with Berry, and they are convinced that he has been stalking her for a while now. So is Drake secretly in love with her? Let's talk about it. Halle Berry's situation with Drake happened a couple of years ago when he used a picture of her as his cover art for his album, even when she told him not to. If you've been following Drake from his early days in the industry, you'll know that he was totally obsessed with Halle back in the day. He would practically melt into a puddle whenever he talked about her in interviews. There's no harm in a little crush, but Drake started to get creepy. For example, when she was pregnant, he actually said it was a shame she wasn't available because he'd totally be with her if she was. It seems he had a fixation with Halle Berry, but she's all ready.
I do. I mean, yeah, that was unfortunate.
Would you really have, like, let's say she wasn't.
Yeah.
Would you seriously consider
like being with her?
Yeah.
100%.
Like being with her, yeah, 100%. Like, boy, have some decorum. Naturally, Halle wasn't having any of it, and instead of taking the L with some dignity, Drake went full incel and threw shade at her publicly. This isn't just a one-off stunt. Drake has a track record of this petty behavior. He's done it with Rihanna, Serena Williams, Megan Thee Stallion, you name it. First, he'll fawn over these women in the spotlight, showering them with compliments and talking about how great they are and all that. But when the women turn him down, he goes in the completely opposite direction and starts hating on them and their partners, if they have one. We've seen this happen so many times, and it doesn't look like Drake is changing anytime soon. Like the other women he's been obsessed with, Drake name-dropped Halle in a couple of songs. On his feature on the Migos song Versace remix, he said, "Take a famous girl out where there's no paparazzi. I'm trying to give Halle Berry a baby, and no one can stop me." Yeah, that's certainly creepy. Now, I know Drake isn't the only rapper who has mentioned Halle in his songs because rappers have been name-dropping her for as long as I can remember. And I can't blame them though, because Halle is fine. She's been fine since the 90s, and she's still fine now. But while most other rappers said something flirty in their songs and mostly kept it respectful, Drake bragged about how he was going to put a baby in her and how nobody could stop him. Yeah, definitely creepy. Now, with Halle paying him dust for more than 10 years, you'd think Drake would get the hint. Take his L and move on, right? Well, that's not Drake's thing, as we've learned. So he continued to be messy toward Halle. It got out of hand last year when Drake dropped his first collab with SZA called Slime You Out from his album For All the Dogs. The single cover features a throwback picture of Halle Berry getting slimed at the 2012 Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. Before we talk about why Halle was so upset and offended by Drake's move, let me spill the tea on this wild conspiracy theory making the rounds. Apparently, some folks think Nickelodeon's slime gag is actually a secret humiliation ritual. Supposedly, the slime is meant to symbolize, well, let's just say it's something super gross and degrading. And when you actually think about it, Nickelodeon has some seriously sketchy vibes with all the Dan Schneider drama and those shady allegations about what went down behind the scenes. So with that backdrop, the whole slime thing suddenly feels way darker and grosser. When Drake dropped the cover art for Slime You Out featuring Halle Berry getting slimed at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, fans weren't having it. They came for him hard, calling him a weirdo and reminding everyone of that creepy line he dropped about wanting to give Halle a B. Yeah, it was totally giving creep vibes. It wasn't just fans who were mad at Drake for this. Halle was furious and shaded Drake. She posted a cryptic Instagram message saying, "Sometimes you have to be the bigger guy. Even if you're a woman, however." Fans didn't know the full story and wondered why Halle was salty, which isn't her typical nature. In the comments, a fan asked her what her thoughts were about Drake using her picture for his song, and Halle replied, "Didn't get my permission. That's not cool. I thought better of him," she then said, hence my post today. When people you admire disappoint you, you have to be the bigger person and move on. But it didn't end there because, Drake has fans who would defend him no matter what. His fans went wild and started to drag Halle, claiming that since the photo was from Getty, Drake didn't need her approval to use it. But Halle isn't the type to let people bully her without setting the record straight, and she quickly made it clear that she was upset because Drake had asked her for her permission, but she had turned him down because she wasn't comfortable with it. This isn't surprising given the slime's shady history. But guess what? Drake just brushed off her no and used the photo anyway. A fan wrote, "While I do understand your side, that photo is owned by Getty Images, so I'm sure he got their permission and paid the fee." "Why are you mad?" And Halle replied, "'Cause he asked me and I said no. That's why. Why ask if you intend to do what you want to do? That was the F you to me. Not cool. You get it." Drake ignoring a woman's no. Well, it's no wonder Kendrick has so much to say about him. A lot of people back then missed the point that Halle wasn't claiming it was illegal or that she owned the photos. If that were the case, her lawyers would have jumped in quickly. What she was really calling out was how disrespectful and bizarre it was, especially after Drake acted like he wanted her permission. If this was a one-off and Drake had actually apologized, we might have moved on by now. But let's be real, Drake's got a notorious track record for being creepy and disrespectful to the women he once fawned over. This isn't a random slip-up, it's part of a troubling pattern. Drake has been accused multiple times of being a creep. And don't even get me started on Kendrick's claims about Drake being a pedophile. Now, there's no hard evidence of that, but there's no denying that Drake is a weirdo who doesn't respect women, especially those who say no to his advances. I mean, we've all seen firsthand how he treated Rihanna. He spent years and years obsessing over Rihanna, fawning over her, talking about how he admired her, how she was the best thing to ever happen to him, stuff like that.
Most of all, we love the woman who hasn't changed since day one. She's someone I've been in love with since I was 22 years old. She's one of my best friends in the world. All my adult life, I've looked up to her even though she's younger than me. She's a living, breathing legend in our industry. Ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of the Michael Jackson Vanguard Award for 2016, Rihanna.
But then Rihanna made it clear that she wasn't into him that way. He switched up and started throwing shots at her, her new man, and even their baby. Ciao, Drake is sad AF, so I guess it shouldn't be surprising that he tried this BS with Halle. Fans commented, Drake has always come across as entitled and really struggles to accept it when women reject him. Him asking Halle Berry for permission and using her photo anyway? I just know that man has allegations on his name. On top of the pending groomer allegations, I wanted to be known that Drake asked Halle Berry for her consent for something, and she said no, but he did it anyway. And Drake is so annoying he puts out this fake I love and honor black women. But it's always weirdo behavior like telling Rihanna he loves her on stage at an award show, getting a huge tattoo of Sade's face, and now using this pic of Halle Berry. Like, stop child, this is hikey embarrassing for Drake. But y'all, drop your thoughts in the comments. Then check out this next video.